Hello everyone and welcome to Nintendo Lounge with some big ARMS news. I'm Scott and joining me today is...
Hi everyone, I'm Brandon. I run a YouTube channel called The Bo Show. I'm going to be starting up some video game talks there soon. But I'm really grateful to be here, thanks.
No worries. So version 5.0 of ARMS just recently got released, which include the new character of Dr. Coyle and her new stage, along with some new ARMS as well. Now, Dr. Coyle as a character looks really cool. I love her design. That's sort of a thing with all the new ARMS characters, or any of the ARMS characters really. They all have really cool, unique designs. Which
Yeah,
I really love.
they all have so much personality in them, which is, from my experience, is a very big plus for fighting games.
Yeah, but unfortunately with Dr. Coyle, I have not been able to play her as of yet. I've been quite busy recently, so I'll be sure to get around to that a bit later on today, but she looks really fun.
Unfortunately, I'm in the same boat, but yeah, I hope to do that too.
However, with this new content update, unfortunately, it's going to be the last one. Nintendo said in a statement, as a big update, this time will be our last one. Of course, we'll continue to adjust the game balance in the future, so I hope you all continue to enjoy ARMS, which has become more lively as more fighters participate. Now, it's a shame that ARMS has come to an end so soon. It came out in June of this year, but since its release has seen new characters, new stages, more content added to the game, which I thought was really cool. I was hoping they would continue doing this into 2018, but unfortunately they didn't do that, which is a bit of a shame. But before we talk about the end of ARMS, Brandon, I'd like to know, what were your experiences with ARMS? What did you think of ARMS before it came out?
Well, ARMS, before it came out, I had played a bit of the Test Punch, and I thought it was a pretty fun time. When I think I was on the overhyped train along with everyone else. There's a lot of streamers and YouTubers overhyping the game around that time, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be a revolutionary fighting game, and all that. It's going to be great. Nintendo's making a good fighting game." It didn't turn out that way. The beginning of the game was very bare bones. Lacked some basic features like controller configuration, and just didn't have that much content in it to begin with.
Yeah, so for me, I played the game originally at a convention before the game came out, and I really enjoyed it there. But then the Test Punch came out, and for some reason, I didn't enjoy it as much. I was like, should I be enjoying this? I should like this, right?
Is this good? Is this bad?
And then the game came out, I was like, you know what, I'm still going to get this game. I got it.
I don't regret
first,
buying it.
I still didn't really get into it all that much, but it wasn't until I sort of understood the game more and got better and better at the game that I enjoyed the game so immensely, and to this day it's probably one of my favourite Nintendo Switch games. I go back to it all the time. I love it so much, especially playing with friends at the game who are really good at it. That's just extreme. It's such a fun time. Even if you have two bad people at the game, it's still a lot of fun just seeing them laugh at how silly the game is and how bad they both are. Nintendo are always good at making party games, which ARMS I feel like kind of is more of a party game than a serious sort of competitive game.
I agree.
Yeah. But with the ARMS sort of lead up to the launch, they sort of pushed this as a competitive fighting game, which was a bit weird considering how they were pushing the motion control so much. Because as we know, competitive players, they don't like exercise. They don't like wailing their hands around. They're using a proper controller, and I feel like that kind of turned some competitive players off of ARMS. What do you think there, Brandon?
I would be very much inclined to agree. If I hadn't have been so enthralled with all the characters and all that, I probably would have stopped playing ARMS at launch because I could not use a proper control scheme, and my guard button was the L3 button of all things. I mean, what? What?
Indeed, that was a bit of a weird decision, but later on they patched it out so you could customize your controllers and stuff like that, which I feel like
instantly became a much better experience because of it. I instantly had a lot more fun because I could play the game, not trying to contort my hands. So
exactly, but I feel that was a little bit too little too late in regards to that, and only now that Nintendo are having ARMS tournaments in Japan, they're actually allowing people to use a Pro Controller now instead of having them have to use the Joy-Cons.
Yes, that was very weird as well, where they made people use the Joy-Cons for competitive events while they were trying to push it as an esport. But that was very weird.
Yeah, so with the ARMS, another complaint that a lot of people had was the fact that there was quite a lack of content at launch, similar to how the original Splatoon or Wii U handled things, where the game would come out with some base content, and then they would add more content to it later on to make it feel like a more complete game. And it kind of feels like a complete game now, but unfortunately they're not going beyond that, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I feel like it's more they tried to fix the problems that the game had at launch instead of trying to improve on the game itself. For example, the game had little fighters, little stages, not that many modes, which still I don't think it's added a lot more modes, but it still has added some. And like you're saying, it feels like it's a complete game ready to hit the shelves, but then what was the game at launch? Just a beta, you know?
Yeah, but even though they've finished making content for the game, that doesn't mean they're going to stop pushing it, especially in Japan. So at EVO next year, Brandon, did you say that ARMS is going to be one of the main games there?
Yeah, ARMS is probably Nintendo's flagship of the event. At least what they think their flagship is. Obviously, the thing that people are going to be watching for Nintendo will be Smash Bros. Bit disappointing that ARMS took up Melee's spot, but Nintendo is right. They do need to change the game. I just don't think ARMS is the game that's going to change it.
Now, with ARMS coming to a close in regards to new content, do you see yourself continuing to play this game, or with this content stopping, do you feel like you're going to put this game to the side now and focus on other sort of games?
In terms of playing the game, I will probably still come back to it every now and then, because it is a genuinely fun experience, and I love all the characters. Lola Pop has been one of my favourite design characters in a while, I don't know why, but she's just so funny. But I do play a lot of other fighting games, so it is a bit hard to come to that while I'm practicing those other games, which require a lot more practice to play efficiently, you know?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to continue playing ARMS. It's one of my favourite Nintendo Switch games. I've never had my opinion change so much on a game.
I agree.
And I really hope Mr. Yabuki, the developer, the director of the game, will continue on ARMS in the future, maybe ARMS 2 or some sort of sequel in a way. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that man has in store for us next.
ARMS 2. 2 arms are better than 1.
That was so cringe. And
I know,
with that,
I want to die.
We're going to end this off here. Thank you very much for joining me today, Brandon.
Thank you for having me. It was a great time.
So leave a comment down below what you think of ARMS coming to an end. Are you sad that it's come to an end? Or don't you really care? Either way, thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.